event.
So the Houston area school districts are already canceling school for Tuesday due to the weather. Should business owners also be planning to keep employees home if possible too?
Yeah, we would ask that business owners.
After dealing with Winter Storm Cora, that was just 2 weeks ago. After preparing and handling that storm, is there any lessons learned from that that's helping you now prepare for this next winter storm?
Yeah, for this event, we've had multiple days to prepare.
Seth Christensen with Texas Division of Emergency Management, thank you so much for joining us. Well, Weekend Recharge rolls on. Coming up, a winter storm Demi is giving the Northeast with Molly now.
The Deep South. And this is going to be a disruptive winter storm. In fact, very impactful when you bring in snow or any type of wintry weather into the I-10 corridor. This is how we're going to start off our week. So you need to be preparing today as temperatures are crashing down, that Arctic air moving into the southeast, that you need to prepare. Okay, well, if I have to spend several days in my house, am I ready? Because this is the kind of storm that really shuts things down in the south, right? We just don't have the equipment to deal with it in a way that areas, say, like the Northeast, like what Lynette was talking about. Gulf moisture is going to get pulled to the north into this Arctic cold air, and that's going to result in something we have not seen in a long time. And that is a heavy swath of snow from Texas, Louisiana, coastal Mississippi and Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, southern Alabama up through Georgia, and this will likely get extended, some of these winter storm watches, into places like the Carolinas. Keep in mind, we haven't seen a winter storm watch in Mobile, Alabama in close to 11 years. That goes for Pensacola, too. So it's been a long time. 5 to 8 inches of snow. That's what you see in purple. And the modeling has been very consistent in that signal for some very heavy snow. And that's where I think things will get very interesting very quickly and very dangerous very quickly, too, as we go throughout the day on Tuesday. Here's Monday evening, the snow beginning in parts of Texas, Houston, seeing that change over into snow. Now, any places that we see a mix of sleet in or maybe even some freezing rain, that will quickly eat away at some of your snow totals. So maybe that 5 to 8 range of snow becomes more of, say, 4 to 6. It just depends on what type of wintry weather you're seeing. Now, the type that we're most concerned about is what you see in pink. That is freezing rain. Tallahassee, Jacksonville, extreme southern Georgia. That's where we have the chance to see dangerous ice accretions. And with how cold it's going to be and how cold it's going to stay, we could have extended power outages in places that we see the most ice that accretes. As we start a new week, the fire danger is going back up for parts of Southern California. This was after a small break from the really tough fire conditions of the past couple of days. This weekend, the containment has been going up. These numbers have been heading in the right direction, right? The Eaton fire, 81% containment, the Palisades fire at 52. But extreme fire danger returns tomorrow with the return of Santa Ana winds. We could see wind gusts 50 to 80 miles per hour. The winds come down slightly on Tuesday, but still critical fire danger. So let's take a look at some of those wind speeds really starting to pick up as we get into Monday afternoon. Now, you're just looking at a few certain points, but think about how many mountains and hills and geography and microclimates that we have in Southern California. So wind gusts could be as strong as 80, maybe even a few wind gusts as strong as 100 miles per hour. By Tuesday, the wind speeds are coming down. By Wednesday, they're a lot lighter. They're still there in Santa Clarita, 30 to 35 miles per hour. But notice the wind direction changing as we get later into the week. And that's certainly going to help where we don't have that offshore flow, where we have the very dry and the very warm winds and the very strong winds. Now, we are not getting any help from Mother Nature when it comes to the rain. We are in the rainy season in Southern California, but we have not seen that. We will see some rain just south of Los Angeles, but that's towards San Diego and points to the east. It's really not much either. So what we need is some beneficial rainfall in the Los Angeles area. And here's why. We've only seen 0.03 of an inch of rain since October 1st. So for months, we've barely had any rain. And we're running about a 5.3 inch deficit in Los Angeles. The drought has been building in. Anytime that we see these very strong, dry winds moving into Southern California, it just means the fire danger goes back up. And now the Eaton fire and the Palisades fire both make the list of the top 5 most destructive wildfires in California history. Lynette?
All right, let's talk about the snow because we